Today I'm working on user login, and I'm having a pretty good time, but there's a lot of pain points that I really don't love. Um, so I'm originally building this login library for my PHP framework called Liaison, and it was supposed to be an add-on for that. It's just sat dormant for a really long time. But Liaison's getting better, so I'm working on the user login. And I was trying to just focus on building out the GUI and not spend so much energy on the backend code. So what I was doing previously was using Sentinel for the backend stuff. Check if I'm logged in, authenticate the password and log in. This particular function would log me in and set the cookie to send to the user's browser. I had been using Sentinel for a long time, working on this, and now I'm returning to it, and this is the second issue I ran into. My issue here was that I'm now writing tests. You can see that this is a pretty big test function here, just to test if the user is registered. And then I was working on the test login code, and I wanted to test the cookies, make sure I could get a cookie, and I didn't really get that far. But there was no way to really get the cookie information from Sentinel. Sentinel has this authenticate and remember function, and there's just like a lot of magic that happens. It uses Eloquent, and like I think it sends its headers through a dependency to Symfony. So there's just a lot going on for Sentinel to do this. And it was making it really hard to test. I also had a really hacky solution for the email. Previously, I was taking in a model here for the constructor, which I'd get from Sentinel. And then I wanted to do reference to the model email, just like this. But the model email was a magic property. It used a get function. So there was no way for me to just automatically do this reference here. So then I had a hacky solution where I was using __ get and set to get and set the email to and from the model, and have my user object work somewhat seamlessly with the model. So those were the two issues I ran into today. So I decided I'd stop using Sentinel. Now I don't think I really have a big issue with Sentinel. It seems like good software. It seems like it's well written. Probably it's certainly not in the style I prefer, but it does a lot of stuff, and it seems to be robust, and not knocking them for making it or anybody for using it. I just don't think it really fits in what I'm trying to do. So then I went and looked at user frosting. I think it's userfrosting.com, which is a user login system, and it's pretty cool. It has user login, roles and permissions, all kinds of things that you'd want from a login system. But then I ran into an issue with that, which was you can see on the left hand side there's so much documentation, and one of their early pages says that they're basically trying to teach object-oriented programming, and I got nothing against objects or classes. I like it all, but I also tend to prefer much simpler code. Um, I have an example here, maybe. Here's an activate function. So you get a code, randomly generated code, stored in the database, and you would send this new code to the user. And then when the user goes to whatever page, clicks the link in the email or whatever, you'd call this activate function with the code that they submitted. And with Sentinel, I don't know what was going on. I don't know how Eloquent works. It seems complicated, and like there's a lot of layers. And well, here I'm just running a query, and I like it. I like having SQL. I generally prefer that over abstractions. I do use some abstractions, like I have this library little database, little DB, where I can do a simple insert, and so I do abstract away some things that are very boilerplatey and annoying. I don't know. This project's going all right. I'm actually having a bit of fun working on it. I like working with the SQL. I've come to rather enjoy the test writing process. When I was writing this library the first time, I didn't do any test writing. I was still manually testing everything, and you can see over here my public folder has a bunch of different pages, and and I just had to test everything manually, and there wasn't any kind of real back-end functions for it. I think that yeah, like here you can see I'm just doing a lot right in this script, which makes it really hard to test. I like testable code. It's a lot easier to write, or it's a lot easier to maintain and to trust. And I'm rambling now. I don't know. I might do more little developer updates. I know this video quality is awful. I'm not going to edit this video at all, and probably nobody's going to watch it. That's okay, though. I write a lot of open source software, and I'm proud of quite a bit of the work I've done, but nobody's really using it because I don't do the marketing. I also am not making any money from it because it's free and open source, and I'm not doing any marketing. So I'm thinking maybe if I start recording videos, I can brain dump a little bit and stop trying to make my friends understand programming stuff, and maybe start getting myself out there. I'm not really super excited about the idea of being a YouTube content creator. I put up videos from time to time about things that interest me, but I don't really want to do all that. So yeah, all that being said, here's a video. I hope it's a video, and I hope you have a great day.